Over 4.5 millennia ago, an architectural achievement of staggering proportions rose from the Egyptian sands. The Great Pyramid of Giza was assembled using more than 2 million individual blocks of solid rock. Many of these limestone pieces weighed upwards of 2.5 tons, roughly the mass of a small forest elephant. The engineers who planned this did not have access to internal combustion engines, steel cranes, heavy transport trucks, or even the basic wheel. To move these weights, the builders had to solve the physical problem of lifting mountains of stone hundreds of feet into the sky. Building at this scale required a highly methodical marriage of civil engineering and massive social organization. The logistical chain started miles away from the Giza Plateau, deep within the blistering heat of the regional limestone quarries. To carve out these enormous blocks, laborers relied entirely on basic, naturally available tools, like this wooden mallet and slender copper chisel. Workers would hammer dry wooden wedges into natural cracks in the bedrock, then soak those wedges with water until the wood expanded enough to physically snap the rock free. Once a block was separated, they faced a massive logistical hurdle, dragging multi-ton weights across miles of dry, highly abrasive desert sand. As a heavy block rests on a sledge, workers pour water directly onto the sand. This moisture binds the sand grains, optimizing the friction coefficient. By reducing resistance between the wood and ground, it effectively halves the pulling force required. Mastering the environmental physics of water and sand proved as essential as the raw physical strength of the workforce. Reaching the building site was only the first step. They then had to elevate these massive weights hundreds of feet into the air. This 3D cross-section visualizes the prevailing theory. Builders constructed continuous ramps from mud brick and rubble winding upward along the exterior flanks. Wrapping a spiral ramp around the outer edge allowed teams to maintain a manageable incline, avoiding an impossibly long straight ramp. They defeated gravity through geometric patience, relying on continuous shallow grading to slowly walk the stones into the sky. The physical infrastructure required to move the stone was rivaled only by the complex sociology of the human workforce that dragged it. Despite deeply ingrained cultural myths, there is no evidence that these monuments were built by chained, miserable slaves. The archaeological reality is visible right here in the extensive ruins of the ancient workers' village. This was a highly organized residential zone, housing thousands of well-fed, paid, and skilled professionals. Sustaining a labor force of this size required a massive societal support system, complete with full-time bakers, along with large-scale brewers, and specialized on-site doctors who treated injuries sustained on the physical job site. Coordinating a project of this complexity on a national scale required willing, dignified, and specialized collaboration. Every stone in the completed structure is placed with architectural precision that matches its immense scale. This schematic of the pyramid's base shows exact alignment overlaying a compass rose. The 4 sides match true north, south, east, and west. The margin of error is less than 1/15 of 1 degree, proving a mastery of naked eye astronomy and geometry. Here is a timeline height comparison chart tracking global architecture. The Great Pyramid remained the tallest man-made structure on Earth for 3,800 consecutive years. Without a single machine, these workers left behind a 4.5 millennia-old testament to human potential and scientific capability.